no, reminiscing of you. Girl, I'm missing you like crazy. Missing you, oh girl. Baby.
Hey guys, so I wanted to come to you with a video response to a fellow YouTuber and a very good friend of mine. She's Toy of the channel Love, Pray, Eat, which I know that you guys are really familiar with. Excuse my voice, I am sick, so it's taking a toll on me, and now I have lost my voice, or I'm in the process of losing my voice. Most likely it's gonna get worse. But Toy was sent a topic by one of her subscribers, and I'll be doing a video response to that. The video topic was entitled The Breakup, and her subscriber wrote, I'm going to be looking over here because I'm reading it really quick. It says, breakup to makeup. Is this common in the lesbian community? In other words, do women let their emotions run their relationships? Breaking up is hard to do, but I find it harder to make up. And then there's a list of questions, but just answering the first portion of that question, makeup to breakup. I wouldn't say that that is something that is prevalent in lesbian relationships. I think they're prevalent in relationships across the board, whether we're talking heterosexual or homosexual. And that's simply because when you get into a relationship with another person, a lot of times, if you're in the relationship for the right reasons, you tend to give part of yourself to that person. And if, unfortunately, a breakup occurs, instinctually, you're going to want to be with that person again, you know, depending on what the breakup was about or the reason for the breakup. There's going to be a part of you that's always going to be with that person. So some people have the tendency to break up and get back together and break up and get back together. But I feel as though a lot of the times is that that main core issue is not being tackled. That's why they always end up breaking up again. In terms of, do women let their emotions run relationships? Of course, women, as a majority, because I know there's a lot of women, including myself, who in certain instances feel as though that they have a more male approach to certain relationship situations. But as a whole, I do feel that women, our emotions are what make us us. You know, we tend to act off of just what we're feeling at the time, or, you know, what's happening at the time. And for a lot of people, we don't always take the extra time to think about what's going on and thinking, how should I react in this situation? Should I just bug out, which is instinctually what, you know, a lot of us do, including myself? Or do you sit there and you think about, my plan of action? Maybe I should sit down. Maybe I should calm down first. Maybe I should take a minute to woosah and then let's talk about what's happening. But not everybody's like that. It's hard to be a grown-up sometimes, and sit there and think about what you think you should be doing rather than just acting. If you're hurt, if you're angry, if you're happy, if you're sad, just acting on those emotions. But I do think that a lot of us do let our emotions run our relationships. Breaking up is hard to do, they said, but they find making up harder. I think they're both hard. I think they're equally hard, especially the reason for the breakup, because depending on the reason for the breakup, sometimes a makeup is just not possible. So to me, especially how I am in terms of breakups are probably one of the worst experiences that you can go through, in my opinion. And I feel that it takes a lot of growth and finding oneself, or this is my recommendation. You need to heal, you need to grow, you need time to find who you are without that person in order for you guys to successfully come back together, in my opinion. Um, fighting, does fighting make an impact? I'm kind of at a loss as to your is the subscriber asking, does fighting have an impact on the breakup, or does fighting have an impact on the relationship in general? I think fighting has an impact on both, especially if you're fighting often about the same thing. That's a problem. Also, if you're not fighting often and when you do fight, it's just one big thing, it could be one of two things. Either that big thing, it just kind of got to you, and other things don't really get to you, so you guys don't fight often. Or, there's people who are just passive aggressive and they hold things in until, they can't take it anymore, and then they just flip their lid. In these instances, just with fighting in general, what I can recommend to you is communication is key. You need to talk to your partner. You need to tell them how you feel. You need to ask how they're feeling, because we're not mind readers. We're not mind readers. And as much as you feel that you may know a person, you don't know what they're always thinking and or feeling. And it doesn't matter how long you're in a relationship, there's always things going on with an individual that you don't know. Whether it's just internal feelings, internal thoughts that they don't share with you, whether it be that they're that they're scared, they're not sure, just you don't always know everything about a person. So I feel as though fighting does impact a relationship, and it can trigger and or impact a breakup. But I think the key to combating fights is communication, compromising, and just understanding and willing to hear a person out. I think that answers that. I'm kind of filtering through the questions that I can answer. What circumstances would you break off a relationship? For me personally, infidelity is high up there on the stakes. Simply because, to me, this is the rule of thumb. If you choose to be in a relationship, that was on you. No one forced the person, You weren't forced to be in a relationship. So if you choose to put yourself into a relationship, it is only right and fair to all parties involved to be a faithful partner. Because I feel as though relationships are serious, and if you feel as though you might not be able to be faithful to a person, then don't get in a relationship. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine to be single and date around and get to know different people. But to lock yourself down to one person, not being sure that you're ready for that type of commitment, I don't think that's fair to you, to yourself, and to whoever you choose to be with. So to me, infidelity, that's it's my number one. Well, it's a tie, I would say. Infidelity and lying. Lying. It if you guys seen my video entitled "The Shit I Don't Like," you guys see how seriously I take lying. I just find lying just to be really immature, just disrespectful. It angers me internally, externally. It just does something to me, my whole being, that I just can't handle. Lying. you know? And of course, like violence. Like, if I'm in a relationship with you and I'm coming out with black and blues, and bruises and black eyes and cuts, and if you're a danger or a threat to my life and well-being, then that's That's not healthy for any of us. So those are deal breakers for me. And the last question that was asked was, would you tolerate habitual merry-go-rounds? Not me. I'm not that girl who you guys have, everybody has a friend who's in a relationship, and they're just like, I'm done, we're over, I don't want nothing to do with them, this, that, the third, and then 2 weeks later they're back together and just like, oh, I love them so much, and then a month later they're broken up again, and then 2 months later they're together again. It's just, I can't, just because the type of person that I am in a relationship, I give my all in every way, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I give my all, and I feel as though doing that over and over again, it would take too much of a toll on my being to invest myself in a relationship and then come out of it and go back and come out. I would go crazy. So no, I'm not into the merry-go-round. We're either together or we're not. So I just wanted to speak on that really quick. I anticipate a lot of questions that I can answer for you guys. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to leave it down in the comment section. And have a good rest of the week. Shout out to Toy from Love, Pray, Eat. Once again, thank you for inviting me to do this video response to your question. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.
Baby, I L-O-V-E-Y-O.